Hi everyone, this is Jim Egan, head of school Synapse School with the Friday update. I know I say it's beautiful a lot here. It's unbelievable. The weather's unbelievable today. It's like perfect California weather, right? It's comfortable, it's 70, it's sunny, slight breeze, amazing. Great week, busy week for me, I will say. It's the week after lab. By the way, it's the anniversary today of when we had to shut the school down for COVID. This was the day that we officially closed. We opened up pretty quickly after. We were the first in California to open up, first school that is. But we did shut, so it's some student reminded me of that today. And that was a middle school student, and I was thinking, wow, that student brought that up because for him, that meant his entire middle school was encapsulated during COVID, right? It was, this day was prominent for him. I had forgotten. So that's interesting. I think a happier or more important note, next week is the start of Neurodiversity Celebration Week, right? That's the 18th to the 24th, I believe. And some people don't know, they should, that 15 to 20% of the general population has a neurological difference, right? Sometimes we say ADHD, ADD, dyscalculia, dysgraphia, dyslexia. This neurodivergent category usually encapsulates those differences. And I think it's important to recognize and think about kids and adults who have these differences in a different context. The issues for these people are often exacerbated by the environment and the systems that they're placed within. All right, think about kids, so that's schools and sort of traditional structures, right? Those designs of structures, schools, I don't know, anything where you're sort of gathering, are meant for those who are neurotypical, right? They're designing for the majority. But we don't often think about the individuals who have differences from the context of the environment, right? So if schools were designed differently, perhaps those with neurological differences would not feel lesser than, right? And so Synapse is taking a hard stance on this, right? Yes, we have a learning center designed to help, but we didn't put that learning center off-site, and we're not pulling kids out of things where, in our Hearts model, our projects, where they would feel excluded. And so school design should be thinking about it, societal design should be thinking about it. Neurological Celebration Week really should be all year long. There shouldn't just be a week, right? Again, 20% of the population, 2 out of 10 people, right, have a neurological difference, and it's the environment that is really often causing the issue for those people, all right? Okay, that's important. I wanted to put it out there. All right, let's go through some things. High school decisions for 8th graders went out today. I just want to say good luck, families of 8th graders. There's always some joy, there's always some disappointment, so you have to manage it. That's the reason we have our kids and families and teachers deeply immersed in SEL so they can practice what we preach, so to speak. But I know it's a stressful time. I want to put that out there. And our own admissions decisions went out this week as well. So we're already starting to hear back. It's a super busy time for us. Parents, if you have any insights about individuals who've gotten notification from us and they're reaching out to you, because I know parents talk in the area, just reach back out to us, okay? So that's going on. It's exciting and a little bit anxiety provoking for both the schools and the families. Let's talk about Mary Helen Imordino Yang. It's such a pleasure to have her on campus. She was here on Monday during staff day, and to have our entire faculty in conversation working with Mary Helen, I mean, she's just, all-star. She's like the pro's pro in this field. And to have her here with our teachers, they loved having her here. This really signals how important it is for our community to embrace the learning sciences, to be in conversation with the best in field, and how this translates into the classroom or into our projects is that we're building out our curriculum with this in mind, right? We are very aware of our environment for those kids with neurological differences, as well as those kids who are neurotypical, right? What the science is saying that you need to be aware of these aware of the research. Excuse me, I told you it was a long week. I am pretty tired. Aware of the research and pair research with practice. That's what we're doing with Stanford and the BLC in order to create an experience for kids that is optimal for learning. We know what that looks like. We're doing it. As well as the BLC, right? The BLC was on display with the 7th and 8th grade research assistants, the kids, today at Assembly, right? Because it was Brain Awareness Week this week. We had lots of activities around brain awareness. Radhika was spearheading this with the teachers and with her team, with the Stanford crew. Ask your kids about it. So lots of stuff going on in the classroom, at Assembly, in the offices, and out on the playground. You can't see it, but you may have heard about it. We have a new play structure here outside of my office between building 3 and 4, and it is such a dynamic tool, so to speak, and there are kids lining up, in particular for one of the elements, which I think is called the teeter-totter or something, but it's basically this pole vault that takes kids from one section of the structure to the other section. And if you go up on it, as so many adults have as well, I've been on it 100 times. Every day so far I go on it. It's an incredible feeling of risk, right? You're taking a risk, and when that risk, elicits feelings, I should say, of a little bit of nerves or get going, maybe some excitement, maybe some fear, but to see kids doing this throughout the day, taking risks, I think is really important. I didn't go to the Jonathan Haidt Common Ground talk, but I am very familiar with his work and what his research is saying around adolescents and their well-being. I mean, he's correlating like direct reductions due to basically smartphones, reductions in visits to the ER for kids because they're not taking risks. We're not advocating ER visits, but we are recognizing that taking risks is super important, whether it's on the playground, whether it's in a math class, whether it's in the EDC when you're building, whether it's socially. Those risks are incredibly important for kids to take, and sometimes there's going to be a bump or a bruise along the way, and that's okay. So we have this great play structure. Again, you ask your kids about it, or even come check it out. So it's just amazing. There's a few other things, but I'll leave it at that because I'm already going long. I will leave you with something I read today. It's a quote. I don't know who said it. It wasn't me, but I thought it was spot on. Everything important is uncertain, right? And that uncertainty can be difficult to manage, but everything that's important has it. That's it. Have a great weekend, and come see our play structure. Take care. Bye.